All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
All right, ready to go here. And now the DH, Tyler Freeman, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Freeman hits it in the air. Anthony squeezes it, and there's one away. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Throw to first in time. There's Ryan McMahon now. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
A little bit low. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground, a second. Slings to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing for the Rockies. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back now at Fenway. And starting in this one, Antonio Senzatella. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first. And stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. And that is cut on and missed. Going to count 1-2. Swung on, belted. That's back. And it hits off the monster. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Now here is Roman Anthony. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Strike 3, got him swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Here's Trevor Story. Man at second. And strike 2.
1-2.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Now a check on him at second, back safely. Duran, the runner at second with one away. And it's filled up. Wilyer Abreu in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
First and second, 1 out. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Fastball is outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. His 18th home run of the season. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
On the ground to third. The throw to first. Gets the catcher by a step. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Wilyer Abreu.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Red Sox already leading. Fly ball down the line. Corrals it, and that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Fenway Park, top of the second. Here's Michael Toglia.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, and it bangs off the monster. And that's a leadoff double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Thairo Estrada to the plate. That's hard hit on the line. Anthony snags it for the second out. And now the right fielder. And the righty deals. Got him. That ends the frame. The runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Rockies nothing. Romy Gonzalez getting ready to hit. Gonzalez really thriving with the bat this season here at home. And that one fouled off. Two now. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Marcelo Meyer now at the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. 1 out, bases empty. Outside with a breaking ball. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's a speed threat. David Hamilton. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now, having a lot more success on the road this season. And now 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jorge Alcala getting loose out there. Bernardino, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And it's off the green monster. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit.
Hey-ha!
Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Jordan Beck digging in for the Rockies.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So 1 left for Colorado. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom half of the third, and they bring in a new pitcher, Victor Vodnik.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now batting Jarren Duran. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that one is lifted in the air. Doyle settles underneath it. 1 away.
Now batting left fielder
Roman Anthony, the next to hit. One down, base is empty. Inside, and it hit him. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Ball and a strike. And a foul ball. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Stays alive.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Pickoff throw. Anthony back in on a dive. Man at first, 1 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Under it, and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Now batting the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Wilyer Abreu. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. definitely one of the best arms in the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
2-1.
Swings and misses. And out 2-2.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Next pitch in for a strike. And the count 1-2. He goes down looking. 2 left on. On to inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Rockies nothing. Back inside Fenway Park as we go to the top of the 4th. So in now for Colorado, Ryan McMahon. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Duran under it. And there's one down.
Up next for Colorado, first baseman Michael Toglia.
And now the first baseman, Michael Toglia.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first, and he's out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So up next, Brenton Doyle. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 3 up, 3 down for him there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Rockies nothing. Bradley Blaylock gets the ball now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And we're back here at Fenway Park. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Abraham Toro. Ripped on the ground to second. Sends it to Toglia. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And here's the first baseman, Romy Gonzalez. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Marcelo Meyer. Swings through that. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Tyler Kinley getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Herget warming up as well. Two down, nobody on. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. So in now for Colorado, Thairo Estrada. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And the slider just misses. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now Kyle Farmer. That one is inside ball 4, and I mean, oh, so close. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. It'll bring up the catcher, Austin Nola.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Tying run at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hit on the ground might be 2. Gonzalez toss to second. The double play ends it right here.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.